Yep.
Never heard of something like that before.
Okay, well, let's cook up some meat for tonight for food.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, for lunch and dinner.
Some so-called meat.
Yeah. What time of day would we say it is? It was pretty early, wasn't it?
It's not even noon.
Yeah, this all happened like right in the morning.
You can pretty much spend your day, the four of you, handling, the preservation of the meat, so that it can carry you through for a few more days, and then eating it as a situation may arise.
Nom nom nom.
Oh God, I haven't.
The squirrel is so good. Nom nom nom. Whoa.
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 Yeah, you made some rather ominous sounds.
Made some poor choices there.
Somebody's worried.
Sounds like you got food, Aaron. I'm interested.
No, he does something entirely different when I have food. He comes and puts his chin on my shoulder and waits.
So the nom 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 sound, that's a playful one, right?
Man.
Well,
all four of you partake in the meat extravaganza. It's definitely more interesting and more exciting than the MREs are.
Meat Fest 99.
yeah.
Yes, Meat Fest. All right. That's cool. In that case, can I get a roll secret simple constitution test from all four of you?
No? Simple con?
Simple
So what was that?
constitution. A roll secret simple constitution test from all four of you.
I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna die from.
I roll secretly to the GM.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get food poisoning. Mm.
We're all dead.
Mm.
But yeah, Kat is gonna wrap up that
Okay.
place she was hit and just keep it above her head.
All right.
As long as she's not having to do anything. after
This is
the-
why I asked if the meat seemed off.
Well, Eugene didn't see anything wrong.
Apparently,
with the meat.
blasting it with enough fire does not, in fact, kill off any infectious bacteria.
Hey, Potman doesn't know that.
Sure.
He had one job.
What do you think he is, a food preparation specialist?
Had one job.
That's kind of what you're being hired for.
No.
Not preparation, but
No, I'm not. I'm a food production specialist.
I'm sorry. I'll get the title right on your door.
Okay.
Better.
Elf boy.
That's all I needed to know.
Oh, yeah.
Rest of the day passes through excitingly well. We'll go ahead and for Kathlyn's injury, if she so wishes, one of the NPCs can take a look at it if
I'm
she
gonna
would
be
like to bring
honest.
it up.
Do we really want to use the medical supplies for...
Well,
I mean, sure, it 10 points sucks, but...
It's up to
Well,
you.
No. All you really need to do for a bruise, even a bad one, is to get some ice on it, but we don't have any ice, so it's just light compression and raise it above your head when you're not using it.
Right, that's one medical supply.
One medical supply.
General knowledge and a piece of cloth, one medical supply.
Yeah.
Yeah, mechanically, that's correct.
16.
It's all the ointment that you're going to bathe it in.
All that ointment I'm not going to use because there was no skin breaking.
Yes.
Rations. That'll take you folks to 13 days of food then. Rest of the day, the NPCs end up doing their own things, and you folks are pretty busy with the meat. We'll go ahead and have a day pass then. So it's July 27th, 1999, and we'll keep the session going, but take a break for a few minutes. Talk about amongst yourselves about some stuff. I'll be
I'm going
back in
to the
like
kitchen.
3-4 minutes. There you go.
Except I'll still be on here because...
You
fancy.
didn't have to come to this!
Because I've been friends! Stop making me beat you!
I didn't want to kill him, but I
Why do you
did.
always have to make me do
You know-
this?
At this point, we're all severely broken people. You gotta accept that.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Talking
That's,
about, I'm fine.
Yeah, we're all fine.
This is just like Wednesday.
I'm just a used car salesman who can shoot people.
The two
Yes, and-
clearly had nothing related.
he's just shooting people with pre-owned bullets
Yeah. They're trustworthy.
at a very reasonable discount.
The discount is from death to, just losing a leg.
Well, he puts them in for free.
Yeah.
Now, taking them out, that'll cost you.
Oh. Yeah, sorry about sticking to that too much. It was not what you wanted to have.
It was definitely a facepalm, but it was hilarious having like a completely non-social skilled person trying to
Talk people down.
de-escalate the situation.
Yeah. That was good. I liked that.
It fits for Cat, though.
It's not like half the party is socially specialized or anything.
Well, the people who
Shut
are
up.
socially specialized wanted to kill them.
Yes, we wanted
Yes.
to use, aggressive negotiation.
I feel it's
Aggressive
it's
negotiation.
noteworthy to mention that Potman also has smooth talking it too.
I could have had Eugene with me.
But he has the low intelligence.
Yes, he has a low
role.
I don't.
Yeah,
have
it
necessarily-
at least wouldn't be a negative.
Hey, I just didn't get a positive. My intelligence made up for it.
I mean, like the first point in the skill, assuming there's no synergy, is a +3 to the roll. Technically,
Yeah.
it's pretty big.
No, no. She had such high hopes for that group of people.
What
gonna
are
have
you
a
talking about?
dog.
They were useless.
I don't think you understand the benefits of dog that you got in that.
I mean, they could have been useful foraging for food for us.
Well, yeah, like that's the only thing it sounds like. Like they might have had some skills, but what it sounds like they really boiled down to would have just been manual labor.
Yes.
Yeah, we had
And
punched.
we don't have the supplies to be to
I
afford
totally
having a
get
bunch of
they
manual
weren't-
labor.
I totally get that they weren't worth actually keeping. Because all we really had was punch dude, talk dude, construction guy, and I forget
Now, I
what
think we're going to have to ask ourselves a serious question right here.
Yeah.
are we worth it?
Should we cannibalize them?
Too late.
Bodies are.
What do you
far-
think we just ate? It was the rest of their party.
Yeah.
Fair
No,
enough.
no, it's definitely not too late. Their bodies are still there.
Mm.
Yeah.
I would say no.
You didn't fucking incinerate them. They just got bashed.
Gotta beat those heads in, Grimith.
This is definitely one situation where I did not burn down everything that remained.
Well, you made a mistake.
Just saying, as long as we don't eat any neural tissue, chance of prion diseases are pretty low.
I don't know what a prion is, but it doesn't sound
But
like...
how will we deal without their delicious, delicious brain meats?
And, I mean, each person probably has at least 100 pounds of edible meat items on them.
Is it wrong that this does not in any way surprise me that you have theorized the amount of edible meat on a human body?
Well, it's a really simple.
Yeah, I
thing
mean,
to
I'm
figure
just
out.
I'm just referencing based on how much of a pig is edible. They're basically the same thing.
Well, we've got less edible mass than a pig.
Especially the average American.
I'm just talking about ratio-wise.
Eh.
My vote's still going to be no.
Trusty Tony's not that reckless.
I
It
don't think we're
becomes
desperate enough to eat
it becomes
people.
very much harder to bring people in later if you are cannibals.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't work well when it's like, hello, my name is Trusty Tony. I'm a cannibal.
I'm okay with like 80% raider, but I'm not going full raider. And yeah, with the way this party loves to throw all of our dirty laundry out in the wind at first meeting, I suggest we avoid such things.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What am I getting here?
I don't know. What are you getting, Ryan?
Okay.
Right. Everyone back and ready to continue?
Well,
Yes, I'm gonna be.
Okay.
I think we're ready to go.
Let me go ahead and, sorry. go ahead.
Well,
and,
I guess we know what happened. Ryan killed us all. GG, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
Nope. Ryan did not, in fact, kill all of you. I was just going to go ahead and move you folks back to the administrative building, as it were. After you all end up, sleeping away tonight, doing whatever it is that you folks do, activities you engage in, whether you talk to anyone or whether you study a book after your curing and handling of the meat and talking about the conquest and how Cat brutally murdered people.
I only murdered one of them.
He had no chance. He was a
You were
thespian.
kind of the direct cause of all 4 of them dying, so I'm going with that.
Well, we're gonna associate all 4 of them.
Better.
Yep.
You guys were gonna kill them.
Hey,
don't know that. Hey.
whoa. What's this about you guys?
What's this Minority Report shit?
Yeah.
We hadn't decided anything.
We were
Night passes.
Bullshit, Fletch.
Night-
Yeah, no, you made the decision for them.
night passes, eh?
You did. Yep, night
What-
passes.
Like
and,
we were happy to stand there waiting.
and morning comes with the consequences thereof of it being morning.
Right, so everyone who is not awake early in the morning gets woken up by Potman screaming into his radio, "Oh God, my fucking insides!"
Cat's already walked over to try to find where Riggs is.
Is Potman the only one who failed that?
Oh, I failed that.
Just
I think we
screaming and
pretty much
screaming into the radio.
Almost all did.
I haven't been told shit, so I'm assuming that Trusty Tony's perfectly
Trusty
fine.
Tony is perfectly fine.
Trusty
He
Tony's like that.
recklessly
because
chose the
the-
one piece of good meat.
Yep.
Yes.
He did, and his body handled the situation somehow.
Yeah, well,
At any rate, Potman fucking screaming into the radio definitely gets some response.
I assume if I were still asleep, I would not be wearing my earpiece, so...
No.
Trusty Tony's going to curse and be like, God damn it, I was sleeping.
Yeah. There is a chorus of responses, which, there's some confusion and concern,
Oh god, the guy that was previously bitten is screaming about his insides hurting.
Yeah, that's amusing that. Cat doesn't end up finding Riggs so much as, like, an entire group of, like, fucking, like, Jax is fucking leading the way with, like, Riggs following behind and Ace. Crash is not there. They all fucking beeline directly for Potman's room.
She's gonna belligerently
assuming-
say, "Hey, meat was bad. Meat was definitely bad."
Assuming we have separate rooms, I would,
Yeah.
if it woke me up or whatever, I'd be making my way there. Also, just
Sure.
kind of holding the midsection like, ugh.
Oh God!
But otherwise seeing
My
whether
stomach!
he's dying or something.
Ah, I feel like my insides are melting.
With a burst of nothing, because there isn't really much
Burst
of
of
anything.
gunfire.
Yeah, burst of gunfire. No. Jax looks in. His pistol is drawn. Ace's is not, and Riggs is not. But he walks in and he levels like a scrutinizing glare on Eugene.
He's all like hunched up in like a little ball, clutching his stomach in pain.
Riggs will look from Eugene to then to Cat, and then back to Eugene, then back to Cat. And then at Fletch, who's walking down the hall.
I'm just saying, I think a 22 can do less damage than I took from this.
Yeah. And then Riggs is like, fuck, I'm gonna get my fucking...
How much damage did you take?
A lot.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
It
okay,
really
meat is more-
hit Eugene
I'm-
hard.
Wait.
I hereby declare myself vegetarian in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. Like,
Because apparently meat is more deadly than some guns.
More deadly than a kick.
I can definitely confirm. Aaron took a fuckload of damage.
Yeah, I did like one damage. It was like, oh, so I
That's
got
the
like an
reason I'm
upset
reacting
stomach.
this way.
I was like, man, he is really overreacting.
No, it would take like 3 of those to take him out.
I don't know what you guys are complaining
It was
about. That
really
meat was
bad.
okay.
So by comparison, like my intestines are gurgling, and
Yeah.
he is about to just
Like
explode.
shitting blood.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go ahead and give the
Mine are on
numbers.
fire as well.
I'll give the numbers. Fletch took 1 point of damage. Cat took 12. And Eugene took 13.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. That isn't like bad meat. That's like meat that is killing you.
Yeah,
Yeah?
that's the point I'm making here.
Well, maybe you should get an iron rock hard stomach like Tony.
Yeah. Let's see here. The fun activity and adventures are spent with basically you three. Because Trusty Tony's still fucking sleeping. Apparently he's fine. Not any fucking medical problems. Carted over to the medical section. The medical
By
tower.
comparison, I feel pretty good.
Yeah. It's not that bad. Just some minor ingestion.
Just some
upset.
gas.
I just gotta chew some Tums and fucking walk it off.
Yeah.
Until
You got a
tomorrow.
little acid reflux going on.
Eugene is looked at. He's scoped out. That's as creepy and terrifying as you want to imagine it being.
Scoped out.
However you want to imagine that meaning. That's exactly what it is.
Got one of those under the door thing.
Let me
Just
let me
somewhere
make a
it shouldn't.
test for him. What do you got for me, Riggs? Perception plus medicine.
I think he's okay.
Well,
Well, he's
I
not
think he's
okay, but he
diagnosed.
knows what's wrong.
Yeah. Which case, Riggs will inform you that you folks were poisoned. Part of the concern was apparently whoever the folks you took this meat from, this meat was bad. It's not possible to say whether the meat had been poisoned like when it was like while they had it. Like it's not possible to say how exactly it got poisoned, but there was a pretty strong fucking poison on that.
I trust you, Eugene. This is what you get.
And you folks bit right into that. Considering the consequences, judging by the sounds, Trusty Tony might have gotten the better part of it, or he might have, while failing his simple constitution test, the poison failed its simple strength test.
Yes, delicious meat.
Whereas in the case of Eugene, it went really bad.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Went almost as bad for Cat.
For Cat a 2d6 was rolled for damage. For Potman, a 4d6 was rolled for damage.
Jesus, I just
Oh,
rolled better.
so
All things considered, it could have been worse for
it could have
Potman.
been way worse.
Yes.
Wow. I could have gotten double that almost.
Yes. The case of that, let's see, he successfully diagnoses the problem.
Now, does Potman, doesn't he have like resist disease or something?
He has resist disease, which is, the poison is not a disease.
Ah.
Otherwise, that would have factored in, yes. Alright, can you treat this problem, Riggs? This is important. Let me,
I try to help, but I think I get in the way.
see here. That is in special tag.
Delicious
Treatment.
meat.
Yeah, go eat some more, please.
Alright, we'll say that he knows enough about the situation. He's going to have to burn some of the medical supplies. But he's able, and this is going to take the entire day for Potman and for Cat. Fletch, is going to be like, it's just fine, it's indigestion, whatever.
It's a minor annoyance. It's
Yeah.
gone by noon.
Yep. That's pretty much
Can
it.
can Potman still get some reading in?
I suppose that's up to you,
that's
Aaron.
what you do on a toilet, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's a pretty serious pain and agony. Oh God, my inside! Just basically 13 points of life damage was dealt to his internal organs, essentially.
yeah, no, I mean he'll smoke it up. Go up there. Maybe get some munching on.
It's a great day. It's a great day.
Medicinal marijuana. It's okay.
I also want to note that there are 3 days left of the cured meat that you preserved.
Yeah,
And
fuck
whether
it.
you'll be partaking
that
in
out.
any of that.
No, I've got an idea.
Oh.
Well, Trusty doesn't know anything that's going on. He's still sleeping.
That's right. Well, the treatment's gonna take some time, so Trusty Tony will eventually wake up and hear of this.
Oh, so...
My butthole!
But maybe they're made of weaker stuff, because Trusty Tony's perfectly fine.
I mean, if you take any random grouping of 4 people and send them to Chipotle, this is what happens. So
Yeah. God, my butthole! It's on fire!
Fletch, you look cognizant enough to assist me in something.
what's up?
We're not really trapsmen, or whatever they call these people that lay traps. We're gonna call them trapsmen. Anyways, this is my plan. We're gonna go out there and put some bear traps, and we're gonna throw the meat on them. That's my plan. What do you think about it?
I like it. Let's go.
All right. Fletch and Tony head on out
I
to
see
random
no
ass
way this could go wrong.
random ass places with the bear traps and with some of the meat.
All right, these traps are pretty damn easy. They're made for the easy user who's not very well experienced in mind to utilize properly. As such, even without a trap skill, I will allow you to place these down just fine. You don't have to devise them. You just look at them. It takes some time. You're not too familiar with setting down a bear trap.
These are beginner level traps. They can only catch beginner level game.
Yes, that is the correct interpretation. But
Maybe for luck we can catch a badger.
basically, you two spend your day cruising around and placing these traps. How far out do you place the bear traps?
Basically
several.
still within sight of the tower and within radio range, so not too far.
Okay, so far enough that someone from the roof could keep an eye on them.
Yeah, and actually before heading out, I would check in with them to see what happened overnight, if anything.
Nothing of note. Since Breaker and Zane aren't the ones who keep an eye on the roof during the night, nothing.
We actually hear about things.
Nothing that was noteworthy, or else you would have gotten something on the radio. Nothing moving, no activity on that front. Badgers or whatever that were apparently active, those weren't seen, but then again, it was nighttime, so visibility's a bit reduced.
Okay, so just, let's say maintaining the standard level of
Yep.
caution. Yellow alert.
Okay. Yeah, and, Breaker can definitely keep an eye on you as you folks are heading out to place the traps.
I'm not really sure how much, you really think we should be placing them inside? Because, well, I guess at least on one side, probably the north side, the fence must be down.
My idea is that if this catches a wild animal that is not,
Maybe we should go north to set them.
okay. We can set them north as long as we're setting them outside, because if we catch game, hey, we can eat that game.
Yeah. Well, I just figure, the base is surrounded by a fence, but I think we can assume at least the northern fence has been knocked down at some part because of all the deer.
It's true. It's true. A significant chunk. Well, then again, the perimeter is very vast, but part of it has been removed courtesy of the deer wandering in.
Mm-hmm. So we'll set them up out there, put some of the meat on them, in them, next to them somehow, whatever.
Sure. That's it's pretty distant on the forklift. You're looking about maybe a fucking 30-minute drive to get all the way out there.
That's fine. It'll take some time.
Right. Yeah, certainly. The entire day as you spend exploring, looking around, there is a wide gap in part of the perimeter. Quite a lot of tampering courtesy of the very strong deer, which thankfully you have not been subject to being hit by at any point. Despite how fast and dangerous they are.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That should be a life-changing experience.
Well, I mean, you guys encounter one in Summer Meadow.
Changing from life to death.
Yeah, basically, well, we're gonna place some of the bear traps out here, put some meat on them,
Alright, that's cool. It makes sense. Alright, that's good. And Cat and Potman receive some medical treatment. Okay. Go ahead and get rid of this 3 days of cured meat. And pencil this down to food left 9 days. let's see here. It'll be about late afternoon. Breaker is actually about ready to come down. Fletch and Tony have just arrived. Potman and Kat aren't exactly straying too far from the administrative towers, where a Breaker would say, "All right, got something else. It's northeastern warehouse section. I thought I saw a flash of movement. Can't be too sure, too distant. Keep a closer eye."
Hey, that's the important warehouse section.
Yeah, let's go that way. We gotta go, I mean, we could go via the underground system, or we could take the battle wagon.
It would be faster with the battle wagon.
Yeah, from the sound of it, we'd have to walk the underground tunnel.
Yes. Whereas,
we have
at least
not
like
found
the warehouses,
whatever's on the tracks.
It'd be like a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
You said those were energized tracks, right? Or would be?
No, they wouldn't be. No, there was no like whatever was on those was not powered by like a current.
Hey, maybe we could
there.
devise one of those like service car things with the lever to use.
You would just have to find a way to power it yourselves, like a rechargeable battery.
All right, let's
Well,
hitch up the battle wagon and head out there.
All right, the two of you head on out there.
did you say hitch it up?
Well, I'm working on a hitch, so eventually we're gonna have a wagon to attach to the battle wagon.
Oh.
Eventually, it's not now.
Late afternoon approaching to evening. You two head on out. Another half hour. Getting towards dark now. It was really late afternoon. It actually is evening now. Sun's dipping a bit low in the sky. By the time you get out there to the warehouses, you're obviously outside of Breaker's range, but the last thing he said before you go is that he hasn't seen anything else. It could have just been like a trick of wind, but he's pretty sure that something was out there.
Could have been anything.
Mm-hmm.
Did you remember to take your infrared goggles? Because I didn't.
For the most part, I've kind of maintained that I take my backpack with me everywhere.
Sure.
I assume they would be in there because and I know I've stated this before, I basically carry stuff with me so that at any moment we could just ditch.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
So there's probably at least some food in there and most of the
A
primary
bit tiring,
utilities.
but Fletch is resistant to fatigue,
Yeah.
so it's fine. Yeah.
Right. I think we're about in the area where Breaker said they saw that movement.
Somewhere around that 25 warehouse complex.
All right.
As far as EV goes, I think I'd carry something like 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
No, not too bad at all.
It's like my school backpack once upon a time. Did he state which part of the warehouses he saw it in?
Looked like the opening area, sort of like near the first warehouse that you guys went to whenever you came in. That was pretty much like right at the edge of like his visibility, the way it is. He did pretty well on his perception.
All right.
Well,
We'll drive on over to that area.
Okay. Puttering around.
do we want to continue driving or kind of drop the forklift off and go on foot?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Stealth has rewarded Tony today.
Okay. Then if you two would
Stealth
like
got a
to
smile on him.
like to cautiously stealth your way through, I'd like for you to make dexterity plus stealth checks for me, please.
No bonuses?
No, I don't see why.
All right, just saying. Just because that's why.
Okay.
If I didn't have that -2, I would have had a 9. I would have succeeded if it weren't for
Credit
you
to
meddling
team.
kids.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's
Trusty
easy.
Tony and stealth, he's too reckless for that. It's pretty dumb.
How can you stealth swagger? I mean, come
yeah,
on.
stealth swagger, that's just dumb.
That like half crouch that you have to do anytime you stealth, it just completely ruins the strut.
Let's see here. You two end up rounding a corner as you are slowly approaching the warehouse in question. Really, considering how far it is, several miles, it is pretty amazing that Breaker was able to get a hint of any sort of detail at all.
I will note 9mm in hand.
All right.
Same here.
Around a corner, you come across a bicycle. Fletch, go ahead and make a simple intelligence test with a +2 penalty.
+2?
Yes. Let me rephrase that.
+2 penalty.
Jordan was coughing and distracted me. A +2 modifier. Simple intelligence test with a +2. Fletch recognizes this as the same bicycle that Lance Frost was riding.
It's a pretty shitty roll. For future reference, a function of the notice check is memory.
Oh, okay.
I'll point it out. Like, I think this is that Lance guy's bike.
What's
He did say he comes in here and
every now and again
searches around.
Well,
I mean, he was the one that showed us this place.
Yeah, and as far as I can tell, didn't he say he was working for someone or had someone he was like working with? I don't remember.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that Fletch is aware of. Fucking like photographic memory, like.
I don't even need photographic memory, and I'm pretty sure I never heard that.
Oh, sure, whatever. Okay. Well,
He doesn't have a coterie.
you're right. Well, it's probably not fuck with his bicycle. I mean, he's a pretty all right dude.
But
You need to find out what he's doing here.
maybe he would be interested in
For a
moving
vampire.
in.
Maybe he would. He's got
We
some.
know
He's got
he's
some.
not useless,
He's got some pretty good skills.
and he's a night guy, so
It's just one more mouse to feed, and it'd be pretty hard. Well, you could probably persuade them to listen to one mouse.
Just
we begin
Put
the
the light on.
search for Frost.
Yeah.
Okay. How does that search go?
Kind of stealthy, guns drawn.
Alright.
I mean, unless because we don't know for sure that it's him yet.
Sure.
It might
Could just
be his.
somebody killed him and took his bike.
Like you guys are gonna go into the warehouse, your flashlights drawn and looking through it, or you just gonna stare into the darkness of the warehouse?
I will. Are these goggles that? Well, even if they don't flip up, you could easily just shift them between looking through them and not.
Yeah.
So using the IR goggles to sweep dark areas.
All right. Monochrome. Trusty Tony does not have his IR goggles with him.
He's going to be using a flashlight, but he's going to be taking pains to not.
We'll
splash
make it a two-man thing. I'll wear the goggles. He shines the IR flashlight,
He still can't see.
but it allows me to see.
So he's gonna dual wield like a normal flashlight and an IR flashlight, or what?
If you duct tape them together, it becomes multi-purpose.
That just means that Fletch isn't able to see color because it's monochrome. The IR goggle.
But I figured just for dark areas, use the goggles to look and then flip them back up or whatever, and just use regular flashlights for the most part.
Sure.
I'm relying on him to not let me get killed at this point.
You don't end up getting too far into the warehouse itself. Strategy is again, it's pretty large. You hear a voice call out, basically from inside the warehouse on the other side of it, possibly near the office area, say, "I could hear you coming pretty far away. The rotund one is not the quietest."
Rotund?
Yeah, you noticed, huh?
Yeah, just too much of a rolling gait to him, like he thinks nothing in the world could stop him.
Just kind of look over at Tony and say, "It's the bane of my existence."
Well,
It's called a swagger.
Well, nothing has stopped me yet.
Nobody appreciates a good strut these days.
There's a chuckle. I imagine so. Nothing has stopped you. Why should you think anyone could?
Bang!
Well, shit.